With that, we welcome you to the Stan Sheriff Center, the Hawaiian FCU starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen. We embark on a new tournament here at this early stage of the 2017 season. The Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Wahine Classic, and first up for Hawaii, the Western Carolina Catamounts. Catamounts coming in 1-2, opened their season last week at home in the Wahine Volleyball Classic. Hawaii off to an 0-3 start, hoping to change things here tonight and get Robin Amos-Santos, their head coach, win number 1 in her head coaching career. Hawaii controls here on the first sequence. McKenna Granado able to get a good whack on that one. And then off the block, Hawaii once again on the attack. Back row set to Casey Castillo. And boy, did she blow up in that match against UCLA. And it looks like she has continued the momentum here to get this one started.
Not only did she blow up in that UCLA match, she's got a new wrinkle in her offensive attack, hitting the pipe out of the back row. We haven't seen that yet. I like the new wrinkle.
Career high 15 kills in the 5-set loss to the Bruins. Outside set, the touch by Abigail Veit is returned. Good effort there by Noreen Yosia. Bump set right side. That one goes long, but there was a touch. And so that will be a point for Western Carolina. Mackenzie White, 6'3" freshman, getting the kill there. Check out Yosia laying out to keep that one alive.
You'll see a little pancake dig there, getting her hand under the ball, getting the spatula under there to pop it up.
Served by Veit, tickles the tape. Yosia goes quick middle to Sky Williams. She's blocked back. Good cover by Kahakai. Williams bump sets Kelsch. But they're going to say that that was an extra touch. It sort of pinballed around off of that block, and so a 4-hit violation against Hawaii.
What happened was the ball was blocked down on Skyler's head, and that counted as one touch. And the Rainbow Wahine lost track of how many touches there were.
Here's Kelsch. Catamounts get a touch on that block. Outside set goes to Gabby Gray. Her soft put over is dug up by Yosia. Now Granado tools the block to her advantage, and we're tied at 2. Good defensive work by Noreen Yosia early.
You'll always see Yosia among the leaders in digs. She's very quietly gets her dozen digs or so per set. Per match.
Ended up second on the team last year in total digs, and McKenna Granado, not sure she planned that, but certainly likes the result. She came off of a monster match last week against UCLA as well. Gets the ace right here.
And she's yet to get a friendly cable on her serving. She hits a hard ball, so you'd think she would have more cable-friendly aces like that.
Right side, this is White, blocked in roof. Casey Castillo right next to Sky Williams.
And I would agree with Ryan Suji. I think this could be a big blocking night for the Rainbow Wahine.
Just to see the confidence of Casey Castillo from one match to the next here in this early portion of 2017. It's something to behold. Pass tight to the net, and the touch shot on the second volley for Western Carolina works out. Hannah Price, nifty play there by the freshman, 5'10" frosh from Piney Flats, Tennessee. Forced into action as a starter due to the injury to usual starter, senior Jolie Verveldi, injured herself in that opening weekend. Sky Williams, the dink, sniffed out by Price. So back bump set goes to Veit. That one's dug up. Kahakai, back bump set, tight to the net. Castillo just knuckles it through. Here's White with the touch, blocked back, but a net violation will go against the Wahine. And so we're tied at 4, inching along here in the opening set.
Castillo a little too aggressive there in a tap down, caught the cable on the way down.
So back behind the end line to serve is the 5'2" sophomore from Bristol, Virginia, Megan Sanchez. Team leader in digs, also 2 aces on the season. Here's Castillo, nice looking swing, but she sends it long, no touch up front. And so the Catamounts take the lead.
She maybe thought she was going up against a large UCLA block, so she hit high and hard, and it was not a high UCLA block. It was much shorter. She's got Mackenzie White on the back, outside there, that's under 6 feet.
Right side, here's Kelsch. Block was late, and she took advantage. Nice decision there along the net by Noreen Yosia, but also a perfect pass by Casey Castillo on service receive.
She's really been working hard all week on her passing. She knows that if she's going to stay in the lineup as an outside hitter, she's got to be a great passer.
So here's Savannah Kahakai coming off of the career-high 28 dig, sends it into the 20. And And so Western Carolina back up top. But Kai put on a show.
She really did. She was everywhere. So did Muno for UCLA. The two of them really put on a libero clinic.
Yeah, Zana Muno for the Bruins. She had 34 digs, a career high. That was one of the all-time classics on Sunday. Swing here by Gabby Gray, gets it down, and the Catamounts up 2.
Gabby Gray, a highly recruited high school All-American out of Chickamauga, Georgia. Hits it high and hard and cross court. Catamounts looking good here.
A 5-1 run here for Western Carolina. Castillo trying to end that, but it's dug up by Veit. Outside, here's Gray again. Touch shot sniffed out by Yosia. Kelsch, the former setter, goes to Castillo, and she's able to touch it off the block and out for a Hawaii point.
Well, there's a different shot from Castillo from last weekend, early in the weekend, where a lot of Hawaii hitters, including Castillo, were hitting hard into the block on a tight set. Instead, now she's finding a way to grind the ball off the outside blocker's hand and doing some more creative things with the ball.
Claire Marie Anderson, another player for Hawaii that went career against UCLA, tied a career high with 10 digs, and Castillo battling at the net and winning the joust. She has just been so alert since being relocated once again to the outside hitter position.
I don't think she liked getting benched after early on there in that, was it the San Diego match where she got benched early and then re-entered. Got a good chance to reflect and look at what she can improve on, and certainly she's more than done that.
And was waiting for that one to come across, but it never did. Get a 3-0 burst for Hawaii. They're up 8-7. Rainbow Wahine 0-3 for the first time since 1980, and they fall out of the AVCA rankings this week. Overpass, Maglio ready, waiting, willing, and able to put it down. Hawaii up 2. But Hawaii out of the AVCA rankings for, get this, just the 11th week since the inception of the AVCA poll in 1982.
That's amazing.
Outside, the swing by Gray. She's looking pretty good early. Western Carolina back the 2 within 1. Here's what's even more amazing about the AVCA ranking numbers. So this is the 11th week. So 10 previous weeks Hawaii has missed out on the top 25. 7 of those previous 10 weeks came all in 2014. 3, the other 3, came in 1992. So you take those 2 seasons away, Hawaii's been in there every single week as Emily Maglio pounds it down on the slot.
Somebody watching Catamount center, Hannah Price, a freshman, she's done a pretty good job, as you see Maglio put it down on the slide. But Hannah Price normally only sets 3 rotations, but because of the injury to the other setter, Raveldi, last week with a bad ankle, she's carrying the load, setting all 6 rotations.
Renato trying to go line, missed it wide. Renato, 29 kills, career high 19 digs versus UCLA. She is the clear-cut leader in kills per set on this team, averaging 3.92 coming into this match. Percentage, I'm sure she'd like to see bumped up a little bit. She's hitting 187.
Yeah, she's hitting the most balls, too.
And the out serve from Emma Tynan, one of just 2 juniors on the squad. The distribution through the classes on this Western Carolina roster are pretty interesting, right? 5 freshmen, 3 sophomores, 2 juniors, 5 seniors. So you sort of have the 2 loaves of bread and then just some randoms in between.
Yeah, well, the sophomores are playing a pretty big role, but you're right, it's 5 seniors, 5 freshmen, and the in-between.
Pretty good freshman class, though, in terms of the expectation and hype. Speaking of expectations and hype, Sky Williams continues to increase those as she gets her young Rainbow Wahine career going.
Big West Freshman of the Week. How about that? And she had tears of joy when she got the award.
So it goes on from Gianna Guanasso. Let's take a look at the series record brought to you by Aston Hotels and Resorts. First ever meeting between Western Carolina and Hawaii.
The big question is, will any of them start falling asleep during the match? It's 1 a.m. for them back in East Coast time.
Well, that might be a wake-up call right there. McKenna Granado with some thunder from that outside hitter position. But yeah, talking with Karen Glover in her 7th season as head coach for the Catamounts, they departed from Cullowhee, North Carolina at 3:30 a.m.
Which is 9:30 for us last night.
Sure.
They've been awake ever since.
They didn't land in Honolulu. They went Atlanta to Denver to Honolulu. They didn't land here until only about 2.5 to 3 hours before this match started.
We've never seen anybody do that kind of an entry, ever.
Mackenzie White getting the kill.
Great shot by Mackenzie White. She just turns it back. 2 blockers up, ready for it, but the cross-court dig was not there. Yosia didn't quite read that sharp of an angle.
The serve goes long, so we're seeing both teams at different points throughout this opening set kind of providing its own hindrance. As you get a good look at Robin Amos Santos, still hunting for win number 1. 14 serving 11. Outside it goes to Gray. That's dug up by Yosia. Back row set Granado, and it trickles down to the Terraplex. So Hawaii hits 15 first. They lead by 4. Timeout on the floor. Welcome back. Time to take a look at the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match. CMAC.
Well, for the Catamounts, will youth prevail? Last week, 5 of the 8 in the freshman and sophomore classes led the way in their tournament last weekend. And for Hawaii, UCLA is now the barometer. That's the measuring stick for, I think, all the rest of the matches this year. Will they repeat Sunday night's performance? We shall see.
Hawaii up 4 out of the timeout, hitting 294 in this opening set. 105 for the Catamounts, and that's going to drop a little bit more as Gabby Gray gets turned back. Denied access by Sky Williams. Williams, in her debut as a Wahine, went for 6 kills, hit 294, but 12 blocks on opening night against Marquette. The most blocks in a single match since Olivia McGill did it in September of 2014. And when you're starting to be mentioned in the same light as Olivia McGill, and add to the total right there, solo style, Sky sending it back. When you're starting to already put your name in the same light as an Olivia McGill, you're doing something right.
Absolutely. You know, Olivia McGill, an All-American, and it's such an amazing blocker for Hawaii and a great player. And here's the Sky Williams up there. She's in on that block as well.
And Kahakai sniffs out the dump shot. Williams in the middle, flashing some D, and then ripping it down with some offense.
And you'll see it unafraid to center from anywhere along the net. You'll see it can be pulled off to the 10-foot line. She doesn't care. She'll fire it up there to her. And here's Sky Williams just hitting that one like over the block.
So a 5-0 run here for Hawaii. They've opened up a 7-point lead. Gray from the outside, hard angling in. Tough looking swing there. But a good looking one from the freshman.
Gabby Gray off to a good start. 3 kills. No errors. Last weekend, 20 kills, 23 digs. Pretty good weekend for Gabby Gray.
And that one just missed the end line. So we're seeing an abundance of service errors at pretty inopportune times here from the Catamounts, hurting their cause. Sky Williams rotates out. Emily Maglio rotates in, and Savannah Kahakai will serve. 19 serving 12 here in the opening stanza. Outside it goes to Gray, and it's dug up back over the net. Nicely done there by Yosia. Right side, Mackenzie White with the swing. Backline covered by Granado. Backside set to Kelch. Deep corner and in.
Kendra Kelch getting more and more comfortable on that right side. And she's hitting it harder. One thing she's working on is velocity of her attack. She's ripping away more often and tipping the ball less.
Yet another career night coming from Kendra Kelch in that match against UCLA. 10 kills. White in the middle adjusted the jump. Kelch got a hand on it. Second touch, Granado. Here's Castillo swinging at it. And it's two-handed in the air by Vite. Gray, did that go off the block or off the net? They're going to say it went off the block. And it is a point for Western Carolina. Some moans and groans from the Wahine faithful here at the SSC.
Robin Amos Santos immediately goes to Kendra Kelch and says, do I need to use the challenge card? Did you touch that or not? And Kendra turns to her and said, Coach, I touched it. Don't waste the card.
13 serving 20. Kahakai handles the pass. Yosia goes middle to Mags. Drops it to the middle of the floor.
Well, as Hawaii's passes get better and better, watch for Yosia to work the middle more and more, and then she'll start going to the pins again.
Emily Maglio, All-American honorable mention last year. 2.6 kills per set here in 2017. Also second on the team with 16 blocks coming into tonight. Outside it goes to Gray, getting a whole bunch of swings here early. Slide to Maglio, off the block. One hand diving save Sanchez, nicely done. Hawaii now on the attack. Bump set cross court to Castillo. Another dig by Sanchez, that was a beauty. Back row set, Granado. It goes off of the shoulder of Caroline Perrette, blocked by Maglio in the middle. Western Carolina then tries to catch Hawaii off guard to no avail. Granado, the big blast. Sanchez does it again. Vite from the back row, off the net and down. Wow, that's going to get an ovation from this crowd at the Stan Sheriff Center.
It's a very knowledgeable crowd, knows good volleyball when they see it. And Western Carolina Catamounts playing some great volleyball there in that rally, especially Megan Sanchez. Making some rockets up, delivered by McKenna Granado.
You'll see a high and away to Castillo. Ain't no digging that up. That was a laser beam right down to the floor.
A split block there. Castillo took advantage of it. Perfect set from Yosia. We'll see what that junior national team experienced during the summer. You know, she pretty much didn't have a break from last year. She played, you know, on the beach ball, and then she played regular spring indoor. Then she went and played for the national team during the summer. Here she is, lighting it up again. So no break for Noreen, and she's got better and better, by the way.
Castillo into the net. She'll be replaced by Kalei Greeley. It was good to see Greeley out there against UCLA. She came up with 8 digs and receives an ovation upon entry here tonight.
Well, it could have been topping for Castillo, too.
A little bit of both. Out serve once again for Western Carolina. That's their 4th already in this opening set.
Really, I think offered up a lot of maturity last week, a lot of confidence and a lot of calm in that back row passing rotation.
Really, again, fighting the shoulder injuries. It has been injury after injury, surgery after surgery, long, arduous road. And she is trying to contribute in any way she possibly can. Middle set goes to Aaliyah Keaton. Dug up by Anderson. Here's Granado. That's dug up over the net by Gabby Gray. Granado will take another crack at it. And a crack it was. Megan Sanchez victimized with some chin music off of the palm of Granado.
And she comes up smiling of all things. Here's the rip here by Granado. Boom! Sanchez takes a shot. But she's not down for the count. She gets up, smiling. She's ready to dig another ball.
Aloha ball for Hawaii in the first, up by 9. Outside, it's Vite. Blocked and roof. Yosia and Williams saying, ahole. That's set number 1. Hawaii wins by 10, 25-15. They'll swap sides. And the Rainbow Wahine off and running against their opponents.
This presentation of Rainbow Wahine Volleyball is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii, Kaiser Permanente, and Island Air.
Welcome back, joining live action here, set number 2. And it starts off similarly to what we saw towards the end of set 1. McKenna Granado taking some cracks and getting it down for a Hawaii point.
How about the blocking by Hawaii in the first set? 6 blocks, just as Ryan Suji had predicted. Hawaii having a big night from the serve, from the blocking there.
Yeah, big serve from Noreen Yosia. It's an ace. She was second on the team in that department last year. Comes into tonight as the team leader. That is ace number 7.
And you'll see a number 1 in assists tonight with 10, and number 1 in digs with 6.
Does she go back-to-back? Yes, she does. A pair of aces for Noreen Yosia.
Now she leads in 3 categories. She can do it all.
See if she can work her way to 3 of a kind here. Oh, it just missed the sideline, hit the tape. Heads-up play there by Abigail Vite, the 5'11 sophomore from Cary, North Carolina. Team leader in kills. We haven't seen much of her yet. 1 kill in 7 attempts. Here she is behind the service line, though. 1 serving 3. And that's an ace. Right back at you, says Vite.
Vite was the one player on this team who made all tournament in their tournament last week.
Give it, and she taketh away. The ace followed by the out serve. Vite, who was one of 2 catamounts to start every match and play every set last year, was also the team leader in kills in 2016. The Catamounts coming from Cullowhee, North Carolina, out of the Southern Conference. One serve into the net by Granado. They were preseason picked to finish 8th in what is also referred to as the SoCon, East Tennessee State, the preseason favorite. Bump set goes to Castillo, goes over the top. OTT on that proposed block. We're seeing an array of shots here from Casey Castillo.
She has really matured into a very versatile outside hitter, bringing lots to the plate. She goes OTT there. She can also hit the line shot. There's the grind dink off the block. Soft tip shot.
Backside, here's Kelsch through the block, dug up by Hannah Price. Mackenzie White will swing from the opposite position, smothered by Castillo. You know, it's been quite a journey, as we alluded to last week, for Casey Castillo, coming out of Santa Fe Christian Schools, suffered an ACL tear in high school. I think it took her a while to get that traction back, to really feel not just physically but mentally stable on that knee. And then it was a matter of trying to find what position best suited her within the context of this Rainbow Wahine program, as you see Gabby Gray striking again for her 5th kill.
Yeah, I think Castillo has finally got home almost. You feel like she's really comfortable out there on the left side. Although if Coach Robin needs her in the middle, she'll gladly go in the middle if that's what's best for the team.
Caroline Perrette, another freshman, one of a handful of frosh on the roster, sends it long. And that's an intriguing storyline. We'll see if that comes to fruition here later in this match, because there are a couple of other middles who are now available. We saw just a flash at the end of that UCLA match, Sophia Howling, freshman from Los Angeles, in the middle. But Natasha Burns, who was out all summer with a knee injury, played very little volleyball, did return to practice this week for Hawaii. The 6'5" sophomore is available, we are told. Good roll shot there by Gabby Gray.
I wouldn't be surprised at all to see some other middles get a chance to play, maybe in the 3rd set. The other question you have to ask is, how much does Robin Amos Santos want to show the Utah coaches who are watching, taking notes, probably filming?
Back row set, Granado unleashing. And Hawaii up 3. The other 2 teams here in this Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Wahine Classic, South Dakota, the Coyotes out of the Summit League, and yet another Pac-12 foe, the Utah Utes, coming into this week ranked 22nd in the country. They swept South Dakota to get the tournament started earlier this evening. Gray smacks it deep and out. That's another point for her.
Utah is a very good team. I watched them practice yesterday, and they have got strength. There's Beth Lanier, their coach. They've got strength at every position, especially Adora Anai. Boy, what kind of numbers she's put up in the Pac-12 last couple of years. Unbelievable.
Now a senior out of Kahuku. One of 3 Hawaii players on that Utah roster. Here's Granado, sets up the approach, dug up there by Sanchez. Outside set goes to Vite. And Maglio says, oh, no, you don't, right next to Noreen Yosia.
Vite took the right shot. They're aiming for the smaller blocker. You know, why go at Maglio when she's got 5'10" Yosia out there? But look how high Yosia got up that time for the block solo. Great block.
Yeah, that was Yosia getting the vast majority of that one. As Castillo sends it long.
Hawaii leading blocks now 8-1, just dominating off the net.
That is something we have seen. It has become a trend for this program here in the last 3 or 4 years, where Hawaii now putting up nationally competitive blocking numbers each and every season. Granado, oh, that one pumps long. Western Carolina back to to within 3. That wasn't always the case, right?
It changed year to year. Hawaii's gone in and out of being a great blocking team. I'd say more often than not they're good blocking teams, but last year was mostly because of Nikki Taylor the last couple of years. She was like #2 in the country in block solos and putting up blocks per set. Now she's gone. In fact, 40% of the offense is gone between her and Annie Mitchell. They had 43% of the offense. So Robin and Mosentos have to redesign the entire offense, switching players around and hoping the players like Maglio can play right, left, and middle.
Maglio ending a 3-0 run for Western Carolina. Robin Mosentos telling us before the match, and she asks Emily, hey, you ready to play 6 rotations? You ready to play perhaps some opposite? She says each and every time. Emily says, yeah.
Yep. She'd love to go 6 rotations.
Gianna Guanasso with the serve. Dump shot wasn't there for the freshman Hannah Price. Denied by the net that time. Good to see Guanasso out there, one of the seniors on the squad. 6 seniors for the Rainbow Wahine here in 2017 out of Huntington Beach, California.
You know what Guanasso wants to do after she graduates, so she's a senior. You realize what her passion is. You know what it is? Disneyland. Wants to work for Disney. Isn't if she's going to draw cartoon characters, or if she's going to pose as maybe a princess. I'm not sure, but she is infatuated and obsessed by Disney.
Sure. Didn't Tatiana Ponce, one of the seniors last year, go and do the same?
Made Guanasso furious. Ponce got there before she did.
But I mean,
she did an internship, I think, in Orlando or something like that.
It was very natural for Ponce. She looks like the real-life Moana. Here's Granado going off the block. Right side, White, the touch. Sniffed out by Yosia. So Anderson bump sets Granado, roll shot. Good sequence here as Gray comes up with the save. Outside, it's White, sends it long. Was there a touch? No touch. Point Hawaii.
Marie Anderson coming out there and again doing a stellar job in the back row. What a job she did all 3 nights. I thought she was one of Hawaii's most consistent players through the 3 nights.
Pass by Gray. Outside, it's White. It's a good swing on it, but she's blocked back. Somehow it's rattled around and returned, but they're going to call a lift on the second touch on the Western Carolina side of the net.
Once again, Skylar Williams in on that block.
So 14 serving 9.
It's amazing. Skylar Williams really hasn't played that much volleyball. It just started when she was like a freshman in high school.
Yosia, that's ace number 3, and it gets Hawaii to 15 first once again here in the second. So timeout on the floor. Hawaii doing its thing. Pacific Bank. Chris, what do you got?
Keep an eye on Emily Maglio here. She jumps for the middle, and then she jumps again to the outside. Basically, one block there and another block there. That's what the great middle blockers do, is they get around. Not many can do that. She tiptoe blocks the first so she can run out and get a max block on the second.
Joining the live action once again, White goes hard angle wide, so a point for Hawaii. Yeah, that's hard to do, right? To have that kind of spring, that kind of athleticism. And then if you're a hitter and you see big Emily Maglio coming, you're more often than not going to try to test Yosia down the line. And, of course, that test failed in that particular instance. Here's Veit. Oh, that time she was able to bounce it right in front of Calais Greeley. Hawaii hitting 300 for the match so far compared to Western Carolina. They are in negative numbers for the moment. Negative 0-4-0 and hitting negative 267 here in the second set. Middle set, Williams didn't get the extension she needed.
Oh, this ball set just a little bit too low. You know, it's 6'1", and those long arms, you'll see has got to get the ball up high.
And Sky Williams said to be able to touch 10 feet. And there was a touch on that play, so Williams gets the kill and the point for Hawaii.
This ball set much higher. She gets a touch in the block. called by the down referee.
Granato serving. Pass by Veit. Price sets up Gray on the outside. Right there is Kahakai. You'll see it. Goes right side to Kelch against a double block. Is able to go high hands and get the touch. Hawaii extending the lead out to 7.
I'm not sure why Karen Glover doesn't call timeout. Slow these hot Rainbow Wahine down a little bit.
And that's an ace from McKenna Granato. Yeah, no signal for a timeout from Karen Glover. As I mentioned that, she finally decides to signal for a timeout.
She's making a substitution.
Oh, check that. Making a substitution, no timeout. So we will keep things here. We are being tantalized.
If our Kokua members, the team Kokua member will be...
No, this isn't the longest timeout in volleyball history. As we were going to break, it appeared as though Karen Glover, the head coach for Western Carolina, had signaled for a timeout. The officials blew the whistle. The players were clearing the floor, but actually she had signaled to rotate a player in. So they played on. We unfortunately went to commercial break, missed a few points. The good news for Hawaii fans was they were all Hawaii points, so they are now on a 5-0 run. But as we were coming back, of course, wouldn't you know it, Karen Glover signals for a timeout. But Hawaii, the hands team has been at work here tonight in the blocking game.
9 blocks for Hawaii right now. 5 by Skylar Williams. And you see her right there, and she and Kelch getting in on that one. There's Magdalene getting out of the block solo. Basically, Hawaii having a block party.
There you go.
And Carolina was not invited to the party because they've only gotten 1 block.
Let's go inside the numbers presented by Heineken. 28, that's the number of digs by Hawaii libero Savannah Kahakai versus then number 13 UCLA, a new career high. Previous career high was 23, and she had hit that number extraordinarily 6 times throughout her Hawaii career, but was able to blast through that and set a new career high at 28 digs. She is something special. She can come up with the near miraculous save.
You know what else? She can also go through the front row. She's a great hitter.
I'd love to see that at some point.
She was when she was at Farrington, made All-State. You know, I think as an outside hitter, and she probably did some setting there too. She's got great hands.
Kirsten Sibley now on the floor for Hawaii, making her 2nd appearance of the season. And she'll get the set immediately on the outside. Diving save by Megan Sanchez. And it's going to be a free ball coming here for Hawaii. You'll see it. Goes high and away. Sibley. Dug up by Gabby Edmondson. Outside. It is off the block and out. Kelch got a good piece of it, but Gray able to tool the block to her advantage. So 12 serving 21. And here is Megan Sanchez. Started last year at libero as a true freshman. Recorded 511 digs, which was good enough for 7th in Western Carolina history. Unable to come up with that save there, though. Give the kill to Kelch. She's got 4 kills on 6 swings.
I like the way she's swinging, too. She's hitting hard. She's hitting line. She's going seam. She's going cross court. She's playing with a lot of energy. She's ready for the ball to be sent to her, too. She knows that Yosia likes going to her when she's hot.
And now we get a look at Sophia Howling. She entered into the match, the very tail end of that match against UCLA after Sky Williams appeared to tweak an ankle. Right side set, it's Kelch off the block. And that's a roof. Gabby Gray getting good wood on that one.
As soon as we sang her praises, was up the Bocce, we were singing Kelch's praises. Now all of a sudden, she hits a bad one right in the middle of the block.
I don't know about this Wii stuff. I don't know about this Wii stuff.
Was it you?
I just gave the numbers.
Maybe it was me. Maybe. We're wishing our producer well for getting well.
Yes, Candace Fujishima is watching at home, apparently under the weather, and can't find anything better to do than to watch
volleyball.
The match that she would otherwise be working. Middle set, Howling. And Sophia Howling gets her first career kill as a Rainbow Wahine. I tell you what, you watch her in practice, you see her in warm-ups, the way she attacks the ball, it's pretty striking.
I wouldn't be surprised somebody, you know, that the growth of Howling and the growth of Burns and the growth of Skylar Williams might lend Robin Amo to think more and more about putting Emily Maglio in all 6 rotations.
Net violation called against Western Carolina would have otherwise ended with a Howling put down again, and it's a local ball for Hawaii here in the second. Howling, a 6'2" frosh from LA out of Venice High School. And here is Claire Marie Anderson with the serve. Middle set, and a good-looking swing there by Katie O'Connor. We haven't called her name much, just her second attack. 6'1" senior from Cartersville, Georgia. Tops on the team in hitting percentage and also the team leader in blocks.
Had 10 kills last week against Charleston, hit .450. She's one of the players that Coach Glover said, oh, we need a big game from her.
You'll see a slide, goes to Howling. That one hit off the top of the net, saved by Sanchez. Back row set to Gray, blocked by Howling and roofed. So Sophia Howling comes in, gets a kill, gets a block. Most importantly, Hawaii gets the set 2 win. 25-14 in the second. So the Rainbow Wahine will head to the locker rooms with a chance in 2017 to open up the broom closet. Welcome back. Time to take a look at the McDonald's match statistics. Obviously pretty one-sided here through 2 sets, C-Mac.
No, they're as lopsided as the first 2 set scores were. Too many errors by Western Carolina, 16 errors, but a lot of that was caused by Hawaii's 10 blocks. That was really impressive, Hawaii's blocking. And then Diggs, of course, Hawaii leading that as well. Leading in aces as well. How about Yosia with 3 aces, Granato with 2. Hawaii dominating basically in every phase of the game.
After a very tough opening weekend tournament that featured all 3 teams that made it to the NCAA tournament last year, I think that this was a welcomed experience for this squad. They are coming off of their best match in terms of the effort against UCLA, even though it was in a loss. And so this now gives Robin Amos Santos a chance to try some different players, get some game time for some of these younger faces.
I agree. I think she will. I think she's going to give some people some time. It looks like the same lineup is starting here, though, in the 3rd set. But watch for if Hawaii gets any kind of margin at all, watch for Robin Amos Santos to go to the bench.
Well, speaking of faces, time now for the Fujitsu Air Conditioning Cool Play of the match. And unfortunately for Megan Sanchez, her face got in the way of this one from McKenna Granato. Sanchez, who had just been making spectacular digs left and right. Credit to her, because she came up smiling. That thing came high and tight. But Sanchez played on. She has been a formidable opponent.
47 digs last week in the tournaments, and she was one of the highlights for the Catamounts in their own tournament last week.
Sophia Howling getting the start in the middle for Hawaii, as that swing by Veit ends up wide of the court. So point for Hawaii to get things started here in the 3rd. Rainbow Wahine taking set 1 25-15. They take set 2 25-14, and Noreen Yosia getting ready to serve.
Abigail Veit, 30. What she have last week? 31 kills, 31 digs. Tonight struggling, 2 kills, 5 errors.
And she is the team's top hitter in terms of kills per set, as that swing from Gray out of the back row goes wide.
Gabby Gray actually has been one of their highlights. 7 kills, 4 errors. She's leading them.
Oh, and the net that time preventing Yosia from getting that serve across.
You'll see with her 2nd service error of the night.
And so Abigail Veit will serve it over. You'll see it goes outside to Kelsch. That one rattled around. Bump set goes to Gray on the outside. And the touch shot was touched back by Granato, but a net violation is called against Hawaii. And so a point for Western Carolina. Denise Hansen, the official down on the floor, making that call. Dixon Chum, by the way, the top official, Ryan Scudder, and Bert Kasem working the lines. So we're knotted at 2 here in set number 3. Castillo, good pass. Middle set to Howling. And it's dug up by Sanchez. Bump set, Gray pumps it long.
Take a look at the net here. See if Howling in the middle there goes up and touches the net. Oh, she gets up way high, but let's see on the way down. Oh, it was McKenna Granato with her finger that got the cable. Good call, though, by Denise Hansen.
And the serve by Granato goes out. 9th service error for Hawaii compared to 6 in the match for Western Carolina. And that is obviously an area that Robin Amos Santos would like to see cleaned up a little bit, particularly from servers who aren't rearing back and jump serving it across.
Exactly. I think she's asking him to hit the ball with more velocity, though, and that might lead to more errors.
Howling next to Kelsch. Return to sender.
Block party continues. Block number 11 for Hawaii.
The Rainbow Roofers making an appearance once again here tonight. Four serving 3. And we're going to have a alignment issue, rotation violation on the side of Western Carolina. Karen Glover's going to get an explanation. What's funny is, while the explanation is being made by Denise Hansen to Karen Glover, Evan Lee, the director of volleyball ops for Hawaii, is calling out why the rotation was out of order.
Exactly. She's saying that 8 in the center should be back row, so she should be standing behind that middle blocker. And 8 is opposite number 15, Mackenzie White. Now they've got it fixed.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's been a long flight. It's been a long day of travel for this team. They made a quick stop at the hotel. Fortunately, the Hawaii booster serving as their host had food waiting for them at the hotel. They got to eat quickly, but then it was get your uniforms on, get ready to head down to the arena to play a volleyball match. I mean, that's got to be tough for any athlete at any level.
Absolutely. But hey, how cool of the Hawaiian host to have everything ready for them. And then they get to the arena and the aunties show up with leis for everybody.
Yeah, that's really cool. Outside it goes to Gray. Block got a touch, dug up by Granato. Backside set to Kelsch. Going high hands again. She's done that a few times.
Kelsch becoming a factor. More than just a skateboarder and surfer. She can hit on the right side, and she can set if she has to.
7 serving 3. Back bump set goes to White. Diving save, you'll see it nicely done. Kelsch sets up Castillo, and she's roofed. And there is Katie O'Connor in the thick of things.
And Mackenzie White as well. Solid block out there by the Catamounts. Yep, Katie O'Connor got most of it. She's one of the names we were told to watch for tonight by Coach Glover. And she's had a relatively quiet night other than 1 kill and that block.
Castillo, nobody blocking that one. You gotta love Noreen Yosia's methodology in some of these instances, right? Castillo gets blocked. Immediately Yosia goes back out to her and says, hey, why don't you get one back?
Yeah.
High point of contact there from the 6'3" junior out of Oceanside, California.
Showing that kind of confidence in your hitters is huge in developing an offense.
Scramble play, Western Carolina can't return it. Point for Hawaii. I think you're starting to see some of that fatigue starting to wear on here for Western Carolina. Long day of travel.
Right now it's 2 a.m. their time. Yeah. They've been up for 24 hours.
It's an adjustment, make no mistake. Bump set, outside Gray. It's dug up on the far side by Kahakai. Step out to Maggs with some divinity behind it.
Oh, that was with precision too, wasn't it? Calling a timeout.
How about that? Timeout Western Carolina. That one like clockwork from, you'll see it, to Maggs. Welcome back. Let's check out the first Hawaiian Bank top 3. We're talking Hawaii single season digs per set numbers. Liz Kai-Hui ranks number 1, 4.65 in 2010. Ashley Watanabe in 04, 4.22. And Sarah Mendoza In 2014, averaged 4.16 digs per set. If you're wondering, Savannah Kahakai entering this match, averaging 4.00 on the year. That set, not perfect. The result, though, Hawaii will still take.
Luckily Magna is 6'3" with long arms and doesn't have to jump on that 7'4" net.
I don't think that one qualifies for a Fujitsu cool play of the match, but it's a point nonetheless. 11 serving 4.
Still goes up as a point, yeah, you're right.
Oh, Mags can take a crack at that one. Good job by O'Connor to get a touch. Gray blocked back, punched up in the air by Sanchez, and a free ball coming here for Hawaii. Where does Yosia go? How about she calls her own number? And it works out for another Hawaii point.
I like that she calls her own number once in a while, keep the other team honest, especially in those, when she's up front, she's only got 2 hitters with her. So she basically has to become a 3rd hitter if she wants her offense to really be a diverse one.
12-4 Hawaii here in the 3rd. The block was up. Mags couldn't roll it down. Here's Gray, blocked again. Touches it over. Hawaii on the attack. You'll see a jump set to Castillo, just beyond her reach. She swipes at it, and it's a point for Western Carolina. What will be interesting is Hawaii will take on South Dakota tomorrow, night 2 of this tournament, the Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Wahine Classic. And they have a setter, Brittany Jessen, who is left-handed. And so that always presents an interesting challenge for the opposition when you have a setter that is able to, on that second touch, work it to her strong hand.
Exactly, and they'll attack it, not just dump it over, they'll swing.
A mix up there on the set, and it falls to the Terraflex. Some looks of frustration and confusion on the side of the Catamounts. Western Carolina, of course, their football team also making the trip to Hawaii. They'll take on the Rainbow Warriors at Aloha Stadium on Saturday. Kickoff is at 6 o'clock. But that was part of the reason why Karen Glover saw this as an opportunity to take advantage. She made the phone call to then Hawaii head coach Dave Shoji, knowing that the football team was coming out, knowing that the likelihood of the school, as you see O'Connor putting up the wall again on McKenna Granado, knowing the likelihood of the school providing them the funds to come all the way out to Hawaii for a road trip would be that much better if they were piggybacking on the road trip with the with the football team taking on UH. She calls Dave Shoji, says, hey, we'd like to schedule something, and it all worked out.
Yeah, she was very happy. Only the second time she's been here in her life. First time was less than 24 hours stay.
There's going to be a Hawaii point. Double hit called against the Catamounts. There's a look at Dave and Mary Shoji. I want to wish son Eric a happy birthday. Celebrated it a week ago. Dave's 4 for 4. He's been in the house every match so far this year. Diving save by Anderson. Yosia called her own number again.
She may just keep doing it until that defense gets sucked in. And then as soon as they get sucked in, she'll start throwing it to the outside.
$15 serving 6.
I lost my...
Put into the net there by Aaliyah Keaton. Starting to fall off the rails here for Western Carolina. Opportunity will be knocking, though, for the Catamounts later in the year as they get into conference play.
They'll be hosting the conference tournament, I believe.
Exactly. A lot of younger players getting some run here early, particularly setter Hannah Price. They expect Jolie Verveldi. They're probably their best all-around player. Their starting setter, their senior setter.
Lost her last weekend. That's like losing the heart and soul of your team. It'd be like why losing Yosia for this tournament.
Sure.
Huge loss.
Save there by Greeley. Middle set, Howling wasn't quite there, but then Howling get the touch at the net. Bump set goes to Veit, and Veit goes off the block and out. But as you mentioned, if they can get it calibrated for that home stretch of the conference season, then you're right. They're hosting the Southern Conference tournament at their arena, the Ramsey Center in Cullowhee, North Carolina. It's a big arena, seats 7,826. And so, as is the case in many conferences, you put in a bid to host, and they were rewarded with that bid. So an opportunity for them, if they got it going, to maybe do something pretty special come that point in the year. That was a pretty nice slide exhibited by Sophia Howling. I like the way she attacks the ball.
Yeah, she's fun to watch, and good footwork that time to the outside, and great connection from Yosia.
And Yosia to serve, 18 serving 7. That one had some smoke tailing off of it. Free ball coming here for Hawaii. Where does Yosia go? Middle to Howling. Oh, blocked back. Good crack at it, though. Second time, not the charm. Dug up by Sanchez. And it's going to be a Hawaii point. They're going to call a back row attacker against Western Carolina on the scramble play.
She must have been inside the 3-meter line and above the net. That's the violation.
If you need tickets to an upcoming UH contest, visit hawaiiathletics.com, call 944-BOWS, or visit the Stan Sheriff Center box office. 3 easy ways to get your seats for exciting UH sports action. Back row set to Gray, dug up by Kahakai, back over the net, joust at the net. Kept alive by Sanchez. White goes off the block. Kahakai will set cross court to Kelsch, but they're going to say that Kahakai jumbled it in the hands a little bit. The violation gives Western Carolina the point. And now, for the first time this season, we see Faith Ma'afala rotating into the game at setter in place of Noreen Yosia. Faith Ma'afala coming off of a redshirt year last year upon transferring from Southern Utah. Kapolei native out of Kamehameha Kapalama, getting her first action as a Rainbow Wahine. Outside set to Kelsch. Gray, half-hearted swing there, dug up by Greeley. Ma'afala goes to Kelsch a second time, dug up by Sanchez. Here's White. And that hit the antenna, so it's a point for Hawaii. Take a look at tonight's Jack Fact, a career night. Yeah, career highs all around for Hawaii in that 5-set loss to UCLA. You had Casey Castillo and Kendra Kelsch setting career highs in kills. In digs, you had Kahakai Granado. Claire Marie Anderson technically tying her career high with 10, and Casey Castillo with a career high in digs as well. So, yeah, it was one of those matches, right?
That's part of the reason, you know, I think why they played, came so close to UCLA and actually should have beaten them, was because people really stepped up and had career games. Castillo must know we're talking about her as she's posing for the camera.
Yeah. So camera shy.
Hey, by the way, back to Faith Ma'afala. There's a lot of clapping as you know, as Yosia went off. I'm sure they were clapping for her, and they're also got to be clapping for Faith Ma'afala, who's waited so patiently all last year, just shagging balls in the gym, running the stairs during practice. She really could not do much but rehabilitate, and just such a popular player and a coach's dream. Robin Amo Santos coached her in club volleyball, and so she said, I already know everything Faith can do, and I'm really confident that she can do it. And I'm glad that Robin Amo Santos was able to get her into this last part of the 3rd set.
She started 2 years at setter at Southern Utah, and she frankly has exceptional hands.
She does.
At the setter position. So here's the argument. The official, Dixon Chun, saying that it went off the Hawaii block and into the antenna. Robin Amo Santos is challenging that call, saying that it hit the antenna first. You be the judge, C-Mac. Put on your black and white stripes.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's a no-brainer. It's off Kelsch and into the antenna.
And they will give the point to Western Carolina. Well, it's worth a try. You can't take them home with you. The reviews, that is.
That's true.
Hawaii's still up double digits here, trying to close out win #1 in the Robin Amo Santos era. Kelsch tried to pick it back to the Hawaii side, something that is not allowed in the women's version of collegiate volleyball. And so Western Carolina gets to double digits on its own side, 10 serving 19. Ma'afala goes middle to Howling, blocked back. Catamounts end up with it. Here's Gray with the swing, high hands, dug up by Greeley. Ma'afala high and away off the net to Kelch. That one misplaced. Chance now for Western Carolina. They go middle to Keaton. It's dug up. Here's Granado, the dink. Diving save Sanchez, but to no avail. And Hawaii gets the point. They're sitting on 20. But the significance should not be lost here. It may not have been the special night that could have been win number 1 for Robin Amos Santos, say, against UCLA. How dramatic, how classic would that have been? But this can still, 5 more points for Hawaii, represent the first win in the head coaching tenure of Robin Amos Santos. We should not let the significance of that be lost in the moment. And it's going to go to Hawaii as a point. They're going to say that White hit it off of the top of the net and it trickled out. So now substitutions wide here for Hawaii as Sibley comes back in for Castillo. And Granado to serve. And tickles the tape. Punched up in the air by Keaton. The swing by Gray. Dug up over the net. Keaton hits it off of Howling and down. That was an aggressive sequence there for the Catamounts.
Howling almost dug that with her head.
Robin Amos Santos openly admitting how nervous she was last week. It is no easy task taking over the program from coaching legend Dave Shoji.
She wasn't just nervous at game time. She was nervous the entire week before during double days.
Well, and
just anticipating that first night.
And then the way it started off, right? The 5-set loss to Marquette, the at least at times abysmal performance against San Diego on night 2. She takes the team into Gym 1. She said, we really only did 15 minutes or so of actual volleyball stuff. The rest, we talked. We did a little bit of soul searching as the slide goes to O'Connor for a Western Carolina point. And certainly, whatever was said in there, it carried over to the UCLA match because that was an inspired performance. We don't often talk about moral victories in college sports, but in that particular instance, I think it meant a lot that Hawaii put forth that kind of effort against UCLA.
Oh, it really did, and it set the bar, as we've said before, and I said my key to the game was, that's the barometer, that's the key to the whole rest of the year is they are capable of playing at that UCLA game level night in and night out. Question is, will they?
Maglio following through into the net, so a violation there, point Western Carolina. And that was another concern for Robin Amos Santos. She said before the match she was concerned that, hey, look, maybe our players to this point have played to the name that is on the uniform across the net. And we don't have the luxury of just playing well when we have to. We have to always put forth that maximum effort, an effort similar to what we saw against UCLA.
Exactly, yeah. There's a lot going on that whole weekend. And I think that wearing that uniform wasn't a small part of it. It was a big part of what happened, the amount of pressure that built up.
Outside it's Gray, blocked in roof. Maglio and Yosia. And they rise here at the Stan Sheriff Center. It is Aloha ball for the match. Claire Marie Anderson serving. Middle set. Blocked in roof. Maglio puts an end to it and puts a capper on win number 1 for that woman right there. New head coach, Robin Amos Santos. We'll take a break and we'll hear from Robin when we come back.
And welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center. Hawaii picks up their first victory of the season over Western Carolina. I'm joined now by the head coach of the Rainbow Wahine, Robin Amos Santos. Coach, congratulations, victory number 1 of the Amos Santos era. How's it feel?
It feels awesome. I mean, the 0-3, I was like, please, guys, give me a win tonight. We went in there, talked to them about just coming out and playing just like Sunday. You know, if it takes them to see a Bruins or envision Bruins on the other side, Texas on the other side, whatever it is, to come out and play hard.
you know, your team played kind of tight the first 2 nights last weekend. Then you guys had a little talk after the match on Saturday, and they have responded since then. I mean, you played extremely well last Sunday against UCLA, and tonight, granted, you're playing a team not that same level, but you look at your team and the way they played, and I thought they did well.
Yeah, they did well. I don't know, whatever it was in the talk, or them just having more pride in when they're coming out, and, you know, who are they playing for? That's what I told them. Who are you playing for? What sacrifices did you make to get to where you're at? There's only 18 girls that can put on a jersey. There's 6,000 girls that want to put on the jersey. So, you know, where you're at, you got to dig deep.
Congratulations, the first of many.
Oh, thanks.
All right, head coach Robin Amos Santos.
This presentation of Rainbow Wahine Volleyball is sponsored by Straub and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Welcome back. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match. Gabby Gray, 8 kills, 1 block, 7 digs for Western Carolina gets the nod. Casey Castillo, another solid effort, 7 kills, 3 blocks, 1 dig. She also hit 250 for the match. But most importantly, mark the date, August 31st, 2017. Win number 1 in the Robin Amos Santos era. And they do it by way of a sweep against Western Carolina, Ekahi Elua. Aloha. So what does this win represent, and what does this maybe do for this team just in terms of its psyche to break through into the win column?
You know, I don't think it did as much for the players as it did for Robin Amos Santos. I mean, after the game, it was almost like the world, you know, had gone off her shoulders, and she was relieved. And she came over and gave her little daughter Dream a big kiss, and it was just sort of like love all around. It was a beautiful moment, and I think that's the biggest thing is having Robin Amos Santos get that monkey off her back, so to speak, and now she's ready for night number 2.
Got to start somewhere, right?
South Dakota, got to start somewhere. You're right.
It's 1-3 now for Hawaii, South Dakota tomorrow. They'll have the day off Saturday out of respect to the UH football game against Western Carolina, and then back at it Sunday, 4 p.m. start time that day, by the way, against the nationally ranked Utah Utes.
Yeah. That'll be a good one. I'm telling you, guarantee you that might even be a better match than the UCLA one. Utah is really, really good.
Well, all smiles at the Stan Sheriff Center here tonight. Again, a date that should be remembered, win number 1 for Robin Amos Santos. Of course, the fan base hoping that it is the first of many more. That'll do it for us. For Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. Don't forget about the Heineken postgame show coming up right after this commercial break. Our corner crew will break it all down. Until next time, everybody, aloha.